Hello, my name is Kate and this is Positivi's knitting channel. Welcome or welcome back. I named this channel Positivis because knitting brings me a lot of joy, positivity, ease, and it went well with the term in fashion where we describe the distance between the garment and the body. So that's why I picked it. But I have to admit that every time I say the name of the channel, I feel a bit hypocritical because at the moment I don't experience the same feelings. Because every time I press record, I feel a bit more anxious than I would without the recording and the camera. So just I want to put it out there that that's what I'm experiencing. It's more of a challenge to be in front of the camera, but I hope it will change with practice. And I'm glad to be here. I like to talk about knitting. As I don't have any real life knitting friends yet, then this is my attempt or way to be more involved in the knitting community. So that's the story, and I do like the challenging aspect of making these videos, and I'm very happy you're here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to talk about knitting. So let's get started. This is the first podcast style knitting video on this channel. We will be talking about finished projects. I have one new finished project that I'm wearing at the moment. Then I want to mention two recently finished projects that I have been making videos about, but as I've done some changes, I want to talk about them. And then I have two whips and two planned projects that I have yarn for. The finished object is this maritime tee that I'm wearing at the moment. It might not look like the maritime tee because I made multiple changes, but it was the pattern I went from. I chose this pattern because I liked the fit of it, the construction, and actually I was hoping and thinking that it will be a construction method that I haven't knitted before. From the pattern images, it looked something different. It reminded me the European shoulder construction, but as I went through the images, I was thinking it's something else. But actually, it is the same construction method. I was a bit disappointed. But it's probably kind of my own fault because I didn't pay that much attention of the Ravelry page. Maybe if I would have been more thorough before buying the pattern, then I would have realized that it's the same construction. But also the images that were displayed on Ravelry didn't show the shirt from every single angle, and that's one of the reasons why I had this confusion. So I was a bit bummed that I couldn't learn any new construction methods because it was another reason why I was drawn to this pattern. I was hoping to try another construction method which is similar to European shoulder construction but something a bit different. The European shoulder construction, thankfully, is one of my favorites, so it wasn't that bad of a surprise, but still. There were many things I changed about the pattern. First of all, I didn't do the stripes. In the original sample images, you can see that it has thin stripes, so I knitted it plainly. Then I also knitted it off gauge. It calls for 3.5mm needles, but I used 3mm needles. I knitted it with 100% silk yarn. I used Madragoa Rosario's 4 yarn, but the pattern calls for cotton yarn, so it differs there. And the third major change was these finishings. On the pattern, it calls for 1 by 1 rib, but I opted for I-cord bind off. Knitting this t-shirt took a while, but it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Before I knitted this maritime tee, I used the same yarn to knit Isabel top by the Knitper Girl. And the Isabel top also has texture and lace, and this project took a while to finish. I think it took me about a month to complete the Isabel top. Even though this maritime tee used more yarn, but as it's only in stockinette stitch, then it went by much faster than the Isabel top. And after I had completed this Isabel top, I was hesitant to cast it on because I didn't want to knit a t-shirt for a month. So thankfully I'm pretty fast stockinette stitch knitter apparently, so it wasn't that bad. But actually there was another thing that went wrong with this project. Not the pattern per se, but I wanted to knit this top with another yarn, this one. Well, not another yarn, but in another color. And I started it. That's how far I went. I used basically one ball, and then I realized that the yarn I have, one of these balls was in different dialogue. So it was like double disappointment. By the time I was this far, I realized that it's not new construction method. Then I realized that the yarn was on different dialogue. The color difference was big enough that I abandoned this project. I tried this technique to alternate the balls, but it just gave me striped result, and I knew it wasn't something I would be happy to wear. So it was a bit disappointing. Then I went back to the same yarn store and picked up this white color, which is not ideal. I would prefer to have something in a darker shade, but it was the best option I could find from the store. They had one dark green that I really liked, but also they had the same dialogue problem that I couldn't have enough yarn in the same dialogue. So I had a lot of problems kind of with this project, but I'm happy with the end result. I also tested different finishings. At first I tried this double folded edge, which was kind of okay, but maybe a bit too thick and bold for this drapey fabric. So that's why I tried this I-cord, and I like the I-cord finishing much more. It's a 3-stitch I-cord finishing. It was the first time I knitted a pattern from Cheryl Mokhtari, and the pattern was clear, beautifully written, no issues. So if you have been eyeing this pattern, I would definitely recommend it. And if you want to knit it on gauge, it would be a bit faster project as well. And even though knitting on smaller needles takes more time, then I think it's worth the hustle, especially for summer garments. Probably you don't want to wear anything thick, so in my mind, it's definitely worth the hustle. So let's move on and talk about the Isabel top. The last video on this channel was about this pattern, and in the video I mentioned that accidentally I did the wrong bind off for the armholes. I used the Rook method bind off because the hemline and neck is done with a rook kind of method, and I didn't pay close enough attention to the pattern and assumed that the armholes are finished the same way, but actually it called for I-cord bind off. I had an issue that the armhole depth was a bit too low and the bra was a little bit peeking through. So that's why I decided to go back and change the bind off, and it did fix the issue. It cinched the armholes, I would say like 3 centimeters. So now it's perfect. Definitely worth the fix. I'm super happy with the Isabel top. Have been wearing it a little bit now as well. And another change I did was, let me put it on the hanger. I changed this sweater number 32 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. I realized that one sleeve was longer than the other, and I wanted to reblock it. I was hoping that maybe it's due to the blocking. And by that time I had noticed that maybe the body length could be slightly longer. So as I knew I would be reblocking it, I also decided to add 2 stripes in the bottom as well. So it's slightly longer. And I realized that for me, the fit is better when it's not cropped. It's regular or even a bit longer. It's kind of opposite that what's in fashion, but when something is very cropped, then on me it looks a bit odd. So that's why I kind of decided to lengthen it, and I do like it more now. But the reblocking didn't help with the sleeve length that much. It fixed it slightly, but still one sleeve is slightly shorter than the other, and it's due to the tension, but I won't be fixing it. And by now I've been wearing it a little bit, and I don't like the fit that much because it doesn't have any short row shaping and it's against the neck a bit too much. I think I will be wearing it, but definitely not my favorite. Would be nice to have something similar, but with better neckline with some short rows. Let's see. So let's talk about the projects I'm knitting at the moment, but I think I need my both hands. I decided to change the shirt because I wanted to clip my microphone on it and I didn't want to clip it on my new silk shirt, so that's why the wardrobe change. So let's talk about the projects I'm working on at the moment. The first one that I've had a lot of struggles with is this sweater. I didn't buy the Norma sweater pattern actually, but it is a Norma sweater. It started long time ago. I liked the Norma sweater look, but I was thinking maybe it would be better to knit it not with raglan shaping, but with European shoulder construction that I do like very much. So I started knitting the European shoulder construction sweater and just added this Norma sweater patterns here. But it was the first color work project, and as you can see that it's not knitted very well. On top here you can see that it's a bit too tight, and in the bottom it's maybe even a bit too loose, so it's very uneven. And I even don't know what I was thinking, that from the first one you can see that it's not well knitted. But I kept going, and even knitted a sleeve. And when I tried it on, I realized that probably I would prefer this pattern when it's a raglan, not this European shoulder construction. Because when it's European shoulder construction, these stripes are horizontal. But with raglan, it's more like horizontal and goes a little bit up. I have broad shoulders, and when it's like horizontal line here, it makes my shoulders look even wider. So I was thinking maybe the raglan would be a good option, and especially as I knew that I wouldn't be wearing it, I need to frog it, I decided that the next attempt would be in raglan shape. But obviously, as I started to knit it without the pattern, I decided that why not? Let's keep going without the original pattern, but I made another mistake. Even though the color work is much better here, then this neckline is a bit too tight, I think. Because I didn't know how many stitches to cast on, I winged it. I haven't knitted anything with this neckline, so I didn't have any comparisons. And I'm thinking that I might block it, see what happens, and then if it's not what I would like, then I would frog it and knit it again. And another change that you can see here, that the color between these sweaters are different here. I use this Bordeaux color for the color work. It's like blue background, in the middle light gray and Bordeaux, and here I opted for dark blue. It looks almost black, and I do like this dark blue more. Even though I like blue and Bordeaux together, then with these shades I think it doesn't work the best. So I've had many struggles with this sweater, and maybe the lesson I can learn here is that buying the pattern is definitely worth it. So yes, let's see. I will try to block it. If the neckline improves a bit, then I might finish it, but otherwise I will frog it and have a third try. But I'm a bit demotivated to continue with the normal sweater hustle, so that's why I have been knitting other things here as well. And what I'm knitting the most at the moment, I started it recently, is this summer top. This is Annabelle top pattern. I saw a YouTube video from this designer, and she shared the story how she released this pattern, and I really liked the design and decided to cast it on. This the recommended yarn for this pattern is Drop Spell, this one. I use this dark green color. I'm not so keen on knitting summer garments with DK weight yarn, but as I don't have that much experience, I was thinking, well, let me have a try. Maybe I would like it, because I actually don't live in very warm climate. Maybe for me it would be okay. So let's see. Also, I haven't used Drop Spell before, so wanted to try it out. I have finished this back panel and left shoulder. I started it maybe yesterday, so I have had a lot of progress with DK weight yarn. It goes by pretty fast. So very excited about it. And then I've been buying some more yarn. I bought some more Drop Spell yarn. I want to knit long sleeve blouse with this yarn. I saw someone who knitted Columbus blouse with summer yarn, So that's the reason why I bought this Bell yarn in sweater quantity. But I'm not 100% sure that I will be using this Columbus blouse pattern. Maybe I will self-draft something or find another pattern. I'm thinking that square neckline would be nice. So let's see. And another project that I have in mind and I have already yarn for is Nordic mix sweater. I hope I'm not wrong with the name. And it's a Colorworks sweater, very beautiful design. And I want to use these colors for it. It's Sandnes Garn Birkint. Very excited about this project. I get inspired by colorwork patterns very often, but for a long time I was super hesitant to knit them up because I had tried to knit the Norma sweater with not much success. But now with the second try, I kind of found out or learned how to knit the colorwork, and now I feel I have the confidence to try something more complicated because the Norma sweater colorwork is very minimal. You don't have to do much. There are only a few rows where you are actually doing colorwork. But I think I'm ready now to try a proper colorwork pattern as well, and I will cast it on soon. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.